Well, good afternoon, folks. First ride of the season with the cameras on. We're just heading up around Islandmagee today. It's just a short one. It's dry and seems the rain's coming in for the next few days, so I thought I would do this today. And today we're going to check out the Osmo 360 camera, which I've just bought. So it'll be interesting just to see the footage from it and maybe see if I can get better footage. Now it is set at 25 frames a second and it's in the highest bit rate, and it's being paired with this helmet camera, which is the Action 5. So it's just a wee test today, and we'll see how we get on. I'm sure I'll have to do some adjustments over the course of time to get it perfect. I've set the ISO for 100 to 800 on both cameras, and both cameras are set to normal 8-bit. I'm not doing D-Log today, probably for another day. And as you can see, after quite a while, my phone is actually showing up on the dash here and the maps are working. It has worked probably the last 4 or 5 times that I've been out, so maybe BMW actually got the app sorted out for the Google Pixel 7, because for the first 7 or 8 months of having the bike it just wouldn't connect, but ever since it has connected well, and this is good. Not that I needed it today, but it's just nice to see that every time I switch the bike on now it connects. So we're just on the low road here at the moment, and on Islandmagee. It's basically where I live, so I've been up these roads hundreds of times. It's quite blustery today, so we'll just see what the wind noise is on the mic inside the helmet, which is DJI Mic 2, and I have connected it directly to the Osmo 360 for this one. I also have another Mic 2 in the top case, so we'll see what sort of sound it gets as well, if it gets anything from the bike itself, from the exhaust. As I say, it's just a test today. It won't be a long one, but if anyone has, well, if you haven't been to Islandmagee, it's a nice wee island. Actually, it's a peninsula. It's only about 8 miles long, possibly 3 miles wide, maybe 4 miles wide, depending on what part of the island you're on. And it has basically a couple of beaches. It has one at Port Muck, one at Browns Bay, which we will be passing today, and then another small one called Ferris Bay, which people don't really use except for the ones who live around it. Basically on the Browns Bay Road now. This will take us up to the bay, probably about 1.5 miles from here. As I said, this is the first time I've had the cameras on in months, and I've only acquired this Osmo 360, so this is the first test of it. So it's late afternoon. It's about 20 to 5, even though my clock is saying 20 to 4, but that's because British summertime has just started. So that will need to be changed. I'd be very interested to see what way this Osmo 360 works. Sometimes I run 3 cameras, and I'm hoping that maybe this one will do away with the extra camera. Of course, I'll have to learn the software as well from DJI to reframe, so I can send it out to Final Cut Pro and then be able to edit it from there. So this is why I'm actually having it connected to the mic, because that way when I'm editing within DJI's program, I'll be able to hear the commentary, which may help in the edit. Bit of work going on there. Must be a house being built. So we just passed Browns Bay there, and you can just see over there on the right hand side it's the bay. The sea's well out today. It's a beautiful beach, especially in the summertime. Lots of people come down and use it. Now, just out of interest, I'm using slower cards on the Action 5. That's what is recommended. I have used them before and they do work without a problem. So even though it comes up on the screen says that the card is too slow, I may stop recording. I've never had a problem with them. Just something to bear in mind, especially with the price of cards at the moment. There seems to be some sort of shortage, and the price of a micro SD, when I was checking there online, have nearly doubled in price from last year. So just heading here down to Ballylumford Harbour. And this is the first part of our filming is going to be stopped here. This says just going to be a short ride today. And this beautiful boat here sitting on the left hand side has just arrived at the harbour. And it is gorgeous. So that's the first part of it over. We'll just turn the cameras off and I will relocate the other camera, the Osmo 360, and see what it's like on this one. Okay, so that's the camera over on the other side. So the 360 is on my left side now, which is not ideal for Northern Ireland, but would be where it would be for the continent. So test 2, and here we go. And we'll just do a wee horn blast. And there it is, up to the maps are back up again on the BMW through the connected right app. So it does seem to take about nearly a minute from when I switch the bike on until it comes up, but I can live with that. Long may it continue. So we'll just go home a different road. And we'll go by we'll go by Mill Bay. This is a very, very small village, even if you could call it a village. But it has a nice bay, and there must have been a mill there at some stage. I could be wrong. It's greying over now, so the light will be different on the way home. And hopefully I'll get home before any rain starts, so I don't have to wash the bike. The map had just dropped out there for about 20 seconds for whatever reason, but it's back online again. I do hope that it works. I do have another sat nav as well, which I usually have on the bike, but it would be nice for a tour in Spain to have one as a backup. It is quite blustery today with gusts up to 40 miles an hour. And some wee putty cats. So we're just heading down into Mill Bay now. Well, the actual bay will be on the right hand side, but this camera is on my left, so probably not be able to see much. And the sea is well out. No water in the bay today. Quite a windy road, quite a windy wee road, as I should say. With two switchbacks near the main road to come. So it will be interesting to see how this Osmo 360 footage turns out. We're just heading up here now to the switchbacks. And here's the first one. Back up onto the low road. So we're on my RT today. Absolutely love this thing. And the mirrors are great. I do prefer them normally to having them on the handlebars. But sometimes the ones on the handlebars would be better for when you come to a junction and you want to twist the handlebars just to see what's coming down the road. Whereas these are static and fixed, so there's nothing you can do. So the cameras here are set with a -3 exposure, sorry, -0.3 exposure, because in the past that's what I've found it worked the best, but we will see if it's the same for the Osmo 360. So that's us nearly back home again, so we'll have a look at this footage and maybe put it up on, well, if you see it, it will be on YouTube. If you don't see it, well then it'll have been rubbish and not fit for YouTube. Well, more rubbish than usual, I should say. Catch you later, folks.